Hey guys, Rory from A&S Gear, and we're looking at a pack today from Valken. This is the Valken Agility 4+7 pack in the black VCAM print today. So there's two prints, or two colors for this. There's an all black and then this VCAM. You might look at this one real quick at a glance and think, yeah, this is the black one. It's not. There are some colors to it. You can see inside there, it's a very dark camouflage color. Very, very dark greens, blacks, and grays inside there. But I promise you it is camouflage colored. But let's get into the pack. Let's dive right in. We'll look at it from the top side first right here. The straps have this like rubberized tab to them. And it's a thin rubberized tab, which I like. It's got good grip to it, so you can really get a hold of it and peel it off of there. Because this is going to be behind you, so getting a grip on it without looking at it, with gloves on potentially, you really need something there that's going to give you that feel that you're looking for and some grip, which this has it. I like these little thin tabs that are on here. No need to bulk it up for no reason. Keep it thin and keep it grippy. I like that. All right. Okay, so we've got nice long extended pieces on here, nice straps on there. This should fit most of our pod styles. I've got some pods down here. We'll check them and see which ones fit and which ones don't. We're gonna go with our standard 140 round that we've always seen. Another 140 rounder, this is the Dye Alpha Pod, which is a slightly bigger 140 round. We've got HK 160s, and then we've also got Locklit pods right there. So we'll put one in each. We'll start with the basic one. Now you can see at the top we've got elastic, can't think of the word for this, shooter outer things. I know that's not the right word. Ejector, there you go. Elastic ejector harness right there, so that as the pod opens up or you unstrap it right here, it pushes it out a little bit. That gives you something to grab onto and get it out of there. Shooter outer things, it's a technical term. So that goes in there. Make sure when you're loading your pods that you always load them. Stretch that elastic out and then put that strap on there. And I see I got plenty of attachment right here. I'm actually up further than I would need to be. I could actually come down to there and I'm full Velcro at that point. Full Velcro. So there's the standard pod on there. So this is a 140, but the Alpha pod. I'm having no problems getting that in there. No problem. Let's do the 160 on the HK pod. That one definitely is a little snugger, just coming through the actual harness section, not even up to the elastic part yet, but just coming through the housing. Definitely a little tougher to get through there, but goes through nonetheless. Now I'm going to rotate this one out of the way. What I can see potentially happening with this is when you get these pods close together, seeing as though this has a push button release right here. If you caught this pod, the tab that's on there, if you weren't using all of the same style pods, if you were mixing pods like we're doing right now, this Alpha Pod has a lip on it where you get your thumb underneath it and open it. If that lip was to push against the button on this pod, it is possible for it to unlock and come open. So make sure that when you're loading your pods, if you're mixing pods, to have them in such a way that they're not going to push against each other and potentially open up. That way, if this pushed against that button and opened that lid, when you pop your cap right here or your strap open, this would just go and all your paint would fall out. So be aware of that when you're loading up, and know that where your straps are and where your buttons are, if you happen to be using pods that are like that. And then with this one's a little different. Lock lids, you actually have to pull it down. You have to rotate this tab down before it'll pop open. So it's not a push in and pop open, it's a rotate or a slide down. So you're less likely to run into that problem from pods next door. Neighbors are always the worst. And now this one, getting through there, this is a tough one. Oh yeah. The way these things have the ribs on them, or the bumps, it really makes it hard to get into this pack. I mean, I can do it, but once I open this, it's not going anywhere. So you would actually have to grab this one and pull it out. So for this pack, I don't recommend the lock lid pods. HK pod comes out pretty easy. You can see it moved by itself. This one, elastic is pushing it out too. And then the standard pod, obviously no issues with that. We've seen those pods are tried and true. Everybody's had those for all sorts of times. Now, accessories that you get or things you get on the pack. We talked about the straps already on there. You've got the 4 main tubes, but you've also got 7 expansion spots. So 2 right here, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right there. Each of these has a loop on the bottom of them. The loop is for your pod, if you have an option for it. A lot of these newer pods don't have tabs on them that you can loop something onto. But typically this would be for putting this pod in and then hooking this loop around the bottom of the tab to make sure it stays locked, because it's got nothing to come around the top of it. But a lot of the pods don't have tabs like that anymore. Either the tab is recessed. You could do it on this one. Let's see if we can get this one in here. A little thicker pod here. And it'll hold it on that alpha pod. It would work on that one, but it wouldn't work on this HK pod because there's no tab to grab onto. Wouldn't work on the lock lid pod, but it'll still work. You can still put them in there. You just don't have anything for the elastic loop to grab onto, but you can still put it in there. All right, so that's why it's a 4+7. 4 in the main, 7 in the expansion. Let's tuck these things back in here, and then let's look at the other side. Look at comfort and support. Now the agility pack is a nice thin pack. It's lightweight. It does have some padding on the back section, but not so much in the straps. I don't see any real padding in that section right there. Get these pods out of the way. Get this little card out of there. All right. So looking on the inside here, it does say one size, so it's a one size fits most. Elastic strapping, so it's got the 4-strap style, which is very common in paintball and your tournament style packs. Really gives you the maximum amount of adjustability and comfort. These first 2, the inside straps, you're gonna put them around and just make them comfortable on your body. You're not gonna kill yourself with them. You know, you wanna make it snug, but not overly tight. It does have elastic on these as well, so you can stretch them here and here to make them as comfortable around your body as you want. And then these other 2 are going to come over the top, and these are the ones that you're really going to put some cinch into and make sure that they are holding the pack nice and tight to your body, so it's not bouncing around as you're running. It just makes it uncomfortable. Little hidden pouch right here for keys, money, ID, whatever you want to throw inside there. I like that they've extended this Velcro all the way up to give you all those different options for how you want to attach it. Depending on your size, you're going to need that space right there to get that attachment on there. And then on the back right here, a little bit of padding. Each of these little bumps is some padding right there. Gives you nice airflow through there to keep you cool. I mean, packs are just sweaty as it is. I think they're all hot when you're wearing them because they're pressed up against your body, so they're all going to be warm and a little bit sweaty, but any kind of venting you can get through there is going to be nice and make it that much better. But overall, not a lot of padding in this. This would be nice, these little bumps on there to give you some sort of padding. It really comes down to your play style. If you like something that's a little bit bigger and heavier for padding because it just feels comfortable, great. For me, I like a thin pack like this that doesn't have a lot of padding in it because I just want it to be lightweight and I want it to feel like it's part of me, not something on top of me. So I like the agility pack. I like the agility line in Valken. All right, so there you have it. Valken agility pack. This is the black V-Cam in 4+7. So we have it in an all black in a 4+7 as well. One size fits all, or most. They only do one size of this. So get on the website, check it out, order yours now through ansgear.com.